Well, hey, Power Kids. My name is Mr. Rick, and I wanted to come to you today to talk about the fact that God is real. And what we've done for Power Kids is we have given to you the facts about God that teach us about the reality of God. And so that we want to talk about the fact that God is real today. So we'll use 3 verses. And the 3 verses, the first one will be John 1, verse 18, and this is what it says. It says, "No one has seen God at any time. The only begotten God, who is in the bosom of the Father, He has explained him to us." So in other words, Jesus came, and all of the words in red in your Bible, He has explained all about God. And because of Jesus' explanation, because of what we've seen and what we know, we are convinced and we have the reality that God exists. And something similar to that would be the wind. Nobody has ever seen the wind, just like nobody has ever seen God. But when we see what the wind does, we know what the wind is. And so the wind moves trees, the wind moves clouds, and the wind moves water, like a ripple effect in water. When something's dropped in the water, we see that the wind exists. And so we know that God exists. Okay, Power Kids. The second verse that we get from the Bible that helps us to know that God is real is that John wrote it in the Gospel of John. And it's the whole reason why he wrote the Gospel of John. And it's the whole reason why Jesus gave us the Bible. And chapter 20, verse 31 says, "These are written that you might believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that by believing you may have life in His name." And so the whole Bible is written for us to understand the facts about God, to experience the reality of God, and the Bible is given us to affirm the facts and the reality that God exists. And so it's written that we might believe that Jesus is the Christ, He's the Son of God, and that by believing in Him, we have life in His name. So, Power Kids, have you believed in Jesus yet? And have you accepted the life that is in His name because He is the Son of God? Because we have this Bible, because we have this truth about God, we're able to know the facts about God, and we're able to know the reality that God exists, and some of the other attributes, that He loves us, that He's everywhere, that He's all-powerful, and that He can do anything for us that we need. Okay, Power Kids, the third place we go to the Bible to find out the fact that God exists and the reality of His presence is something we see all the time. It's the heavens. In Psalm 19, I love the Psalms. Psalm 19 is one of my favorite. It says, "The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies, they proclaim the work of His hands. Day after day, they pour forth speech. Night after night, they proclaim His knowledge. There is no speech or any language that their voice is not heard. Their voice goes out to the ends of the earth, and their words go out to the world." It's just like my words are going to you now. You can't see them, but now they're explaining God, the reality of God, and the facts about God. So then he talks about, in the heavens, He has pitched a tent for the sun. It's like a bridegroom coming forth from his pavilion. He's like a champion running his race and rejoicing. From the heat of the sun, nothing can hide. It rises at one end of the sky and it goes to the other. It's like a champion running his race and rejoicing. So the heavens declare the fact that God exists. The heavens give us the reality that God has made them and that He exists. And we can add that to the fact that He loves us, that He's all-powerful, that He's all-knowing, that He is everywhere, and that He cares about us. And He cares about each one of you. And He loves you, and He wants you to know that. And He wants you to know that He sent Jesus to die for you, and that Jesus came because He loves you and wants to live with you forever. Power Kids, that's the reality that God is real. The facts prove that He exists, and the reality is there for you.